We'd like to call this meeting to order. Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by a posting on the bulletin board in Village Hall, by mail to the Ridgewood News, the Record, and by submission to all persons entitled to same, as provided by law. The schedule including the date and time of this meeting. Roll call.
Councilman Houchet.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Seaton.
Here.
Councilman Voigt is absent. Councilwoman Walsh.
Here.
And Mayor Newton.
Here. Please stand for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please join us in a moment of silence for our men and women serving our nation and all of our first responders. Thank you. For the record, today is July 1st, 2018, and the time is 12:05 p.m., and we'd like just to welcome all of our friends, family members, supporters, special guests. We have Congressman Gottheimer, County Executive Jim Tedesco, and our Maroons football coach, Chuck Johnson. So we have a lot of special friends, guests, and we also have Father Ron from Our Lady of Mount Carmel, and we'll start with the invocation, so please come up. Welcome.
I invite everyone to bow their heads and place themselves in the presence of the God in whom they believe. Blessed are you, Lord our God, who rules the days and the nights and the times and the ages. And blessed be your holy name, which we invoke in asking you to be present with us here today. And we bow humbly in gratitude for the gifts of life and freedom and the call of service to others. Holy and eternal God, for all who believe, you are the author of all that is, the creator, the source of all goodness and wisdom. Created in your image, you have charged us to use our gifts in pursuit of that same goodness and wisdom. We call upon you and invoke your blessing on these men and women whom we have chosen to govern, to lead, and to inspire this community of Ridgewood. As you love us and all you have created, so may they also love us. For out of love flow truth and honesty, respect and dignity, justice and compassion, and true service. Bless them with this kind of love for this village, so that all of us together may continue to build a community that is just, peace-loving and caring, enjoying and sharing the blessings of this life. To you be honor and glory in our community and in our nation, now and forever. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Thank you, Father Ron. We'll move now to public comment, not to exceed 3 minutes per person for a total of 40 minutes. So any public comments, come on up, name and address. It's so quiet. We have this whole full room and nobody has a public comment. It's like a first.
I think that is a record.
This is a record. Okay. So with that, we will close public comments and move on to our administrative issues. Approval of minutes. I move the council minutes of August 10th, September 7th, September 8th, September 14th, October 5th, December 16th, December 21st, 2016, March 1, April 5, April 12th, June 14th, June 28th, July 31st, December 6th, 2017, January 31st, February 7th, February 21st, February 26th, February 28th, March 2nd, March 9th, March 13th, March 14th, March 22nd, April 5th, April 18th, April 25th, May 2nd, May 9th, May 14th, May 23rd, June 6th, June 13th, June 25th, June 27th, and June 29th, 2018, having been reviewed by the Village Council and now available in the Village Clerk's office, be approved as submitted.
Second. Houchet.
Yes.
Seaton.
Yes.
Voigt is absent. Walsh.
Yes.
And Newton.
Yes, and just for the record, that's not as many minutes as it seems. There were a lot of special meetings and closed sessions, and it's just an administrative issue, so most of our minutes are all up to date. It just sounds like a lot. So, moving on.
At this point, I want to read the certificate of election of Susan Newton. I hereby certify that Susan Newton was elected to the Village Council at the municipal election held on May 8, 2018, for a 4-year term beginning on July 1, 2018, and ending on July 1, 2022. At this point, it's my pleasure to swear in Councilwoman Newton. No? Okay. So, raise your right hand. I, Susan Newton,
I, Susan Knudsen,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will faithfully,
faithfully,
impartially, and
impartially and justly
perform all of the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of council member
of office of council member
of the Village of Ridgewood
of the Village of Ridgewood
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Whichever one.
We now have remarks by Councilwoman Newton.
So before I begin my comments, I'd like to welcome also Bergen County Prosecutor Mark Fierro and Bergen County Freeholder Tracy Zur. So welcome to each of you. So first I'd like to thank my family, friends, and supporters. This was a highly unusual election cycle in 2018, one that presented many challenges and a recognition that for us and for our team, for myself and my running mate, we technically did not run as a ticket, but for Mike Seaton, the challenge in rising to the level of honesty and decency and representing the Village of Ridgewood in the best possible light. And as we saw in 2014 and again in 2018, some of the nastiness and vitriol that the members of our community were confronted with for an election to village council, a council that is charged with being stewards of taxpayer dollars, paving roads, making sure public safety is intact, making sure clean water is available. For those types of obligations, the level of vitriol to win an election or to at least challenge two incumbents brought Ridgewood politics to a new low. And to our credit and to the credit of our supporters, we never succumbed to that level. We never reduced ourselves to that. And we always maintained truth, honesty, and integrity, and only campaigned on those things that we believed were important to advance our common goals to the betterment of the Village of Ridgewood. So once again, I'd like to thank my family, our friends, our supporters, and the voters in the Village of Ridgewood, and hopefully we'll never see this type of behavior rear its ugly head in the Village of Ridgewood ever again. So again, thank you, everyone.
I will now read the certificate of election for Michael A. Seaton. I hereby certify that Michael A. Seaton was elected to the Village Council at the municipal election held on May 8, 2018, for a 4-year term beginning on July 1, 2018, and ending on July 1, 2022. At this time, we'll have the oath of office administered to Michael Seaton by Bergen County Executive James J. Tedesco III.
Okay, we got it. Thanks. Repeat after me. I, Michael A. Seddon,
I, Michael A. Seaton,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of New Jersey,
of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties
all the duties
of the office of council member
of the office of council member
of the Village of Ridgewood,
of the Village of Ridgewood,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations, Councilman. Thank you very much.
We will now have remarks from Councilman Seaton.
Thank you, Heather. Again, I'd like to thank my family for helping support this effort, and all our friends and supporters, everybody who donated money and time to the campaign, made phone calls, canvassed areas, spoke out on social media. I mean, there were so many different people who did so much great work to get us to this point, and I'm deeply, deeply appreciative of that. I'd especially like to thank Susan. She really she opened her house up for, it was the election campaign headquarters for about a solid week. There were people there every single night making phone calls. Santoni's Pizza had a lot of wraps delivered to the house, and Chestnut Deli too. So they fed everybody and kept us going, and it was really, you know, people who put signs out, and even people, especially the people who helped pick the signs up, because that's always an issue. Folks complain that election signs are out a little bit too long after the campaign, but we had some good help getting those signs up in a day or two, and that was a big effort because there was a lot of signs. I'd also like to just talk a little bit about some of the issues that we dealt with through the campaign. We had over 20 coffees or meet and greets or whatever you want to call them, and we really had our spiel down to a science. I mean, we could have talked for a month and a half about village council issues and issues with the town, but we narrowed it down to just barely over 2 hours. I think was our regular spiel. So it was, we went through a lot of stuff, but what we really wanted to do was continue to work that we started in the first 4 years. We really wanted to give a new master plan to the residents of Ridgewood, because for so many years they've been asking for this through the housing debates and everything else. So we wanted to see that through and make sure it was done the right way. We also wanted to get a parking garage built. We also want to make sure that we continue to upgrade Ridgewood water and maintain the quality of our drinking water and the safety of our drinking water. We wanted to develop the Shedler property. We want to continue to listen to residents and give everyone a fair shot who comes here, who sends emails, and I'd just really like to thank the large majority of people who voted for us, again, who helped us and who share our vision and have allowed us to embark on the next 4 years to make sure that we could wrap some of these things up and do it the right way and do it fair and listen to everyone throughout the entire process. So thank you everyone again, and let's have another great 4 years.
I will now call the roll of the new village council. Councilman Hache.
Here.
Councilwoman Newton.
Here.
Councilman Seaton.
Here.
And Councilwoman Walsh. Here. At this time, I would like to call for the nominations for the title of Mayor of the Village of Ridgewood.
I move the nomination of Councilman Ramon Hache as member of the Village of Ridgewood, as mayor of the Village of Ridgewood for a 2-year term commencing July 1, 2018.
Second.
Hache.
Yes.
Newton.
Yes.
Seaton.
Yes.
Walsh. Yes.
I move the nomination for mayor be closed.
Second.
Hache.
Yes.
Seaton.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Newton.
Yes.
Seaton.
Yes.
Walsh. Yes. There will now be a roll call vote on the nomination of Ramon Hache as mayor of the Village of Ridgewood for a 2-year term commencing July 1st, 2018. Hache.
Yes.
Newton.
Yes.
Seaton.
Yes.
Walsh. Yes. At this time, we will have U.S. Congressman Josh Gottheimer administer the oath of office to Mayor Hache.
Good to see you.
We brought a baseball team here. Sorry. Hi, everyone. So my team wanted me to bring a stool for today, but so I'm just going to have to look up. I apologize. Let me just say a couple words before we swear you in, if that's okay, and thank you so much. I'm honored to be here today for this historic occasion in Ridgewood, not just because you're getting in, but because we're also swearing in the first Latino mayor in Ridgewood, which I think is a very big deal. I also just want to quick say thank you, Susan, thank you, Mayor, for former mayor now, but for your incredible leadership and being such a great partner for me and my team and for the town these last years. I really want to thank you for standing up and for your fiscal responsibility and for always really being a good partner. So thank you very much, and congratulations on your new role. And Councilman Seaton, welcome on your big election too. Very big deal. Very happy for you, and I know you're going to do an incredible job for the town as well. And so, congratulations.
Thank you.
And it's good to see Jimmy and Tracy, our county executive, who does a great job, and our freeholder who does a remarkable job. And you know, I love this town. It's really, I was so honored to be asked to do this because I used to live here. It's an idyllic town in so many ways, right? Incredible business community, wonderful people, incredible schools, remarkable schools. And it's just one of those places from the town to a top-notch police department and chief to firefighters who are always on duty and so responsive. It's the kind of place that you want everyone to think of when they think about New Jersey. And it really is, and so I just want to let all of you know how, as a representative, how proud I am to represent Ridgewood. A couple things quickly about our new mayor, if I can. Mayor, we've worked together. We've worked together now several times in the last couple years. Whether it's when we came here to work on addressing commuting, or I worked with the Chamber of Commerce on the economic plan, to try to figure out how we bring more jobs to our communities, how we do more to get downtown growing and thriving. I know you're working, that's a top priority of you and the council. And you've always, what I've just admired about you is you sort of embody the American dream on so many levels, right? Not only now because you've figured out a way to be so successful in the financial services industry, but how you got here, right? I mean, coming here at the age of 10, not speaking English from the Dominican Republic, becoming an American citizen, right? And which is on July 4th weekend. What better, July 4th week? What better way to celebrate your leadership? And you just always did what you're supposed to do in America, which is give back, be successful, find the American dream, and always give back. And your list of accomplishments and what you've done for a community, I mean, I can't really go through all of it, but let me just hit on a couple of them, right? And I want to there's a long list here, right? Obviously, everyone knows you're a great soccer coach. Everybody knows that you've on the football boosters, right, on the scholarship committee. You're now leading that. At Mount Carmel Church, you've done just an incredible job leading, off the field and in the church, and always being there spiritually for others. The Central Business District Advisory Committee, you've led that up to bring more economic development to the town. And the list goes on. Oh, Knights of Columbus you're involved with as well. So I know this list will keep growing, but to you and Tina and your small family, Olivia, Christian, Andres, Cooper, Joey, and Ramon Jr., and that alone, you're like mayor of a town at home. So it's really remarkable, and so I'm looking forward to swearing you in formally now. So if there's a Bible, we're going to do here. Who wants to hold the Bible here? Right. You all ready? The best dad going, right?
Yeah.
Ready? If you raise your right hand. I, Ramon M. Hache, Sr.
I, Ramon M. Hache, Sr.
Do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly.
and that I would faithfully, impartially, and justly
Oh, I have to fix this. I'll support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
perform all of the duties of the office of the Mayor of the Village of Ridgewood
perform all the duties of the office of the Mayor of the Village of Ridgewood
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
I'll take that. I'm going to go here. I'll go over here.
I was going to say, take that seat. Take that seat.
I'm going to say that, Matt. I always wanted me to sit next to you. I used to sit next to you.
You used to sit here. Yeah.
Okay.
Mayor Hache will now call for the nominations for deputy mayor.
At this time, I would like to call for the nominations for the title of Deputy Mayor of the Village of Ridgewood.
I move the nomination of Councilwoman Susan Knutson as Deputy Mayor of the Village of Ridgewood for a two-year term commencing July 1st, 2018.
Second.
Newton,
Yes, yes, I'm sorry. Yes.
Seaton,
Yes.
Walsh.
Yes.
And Hache.
Yes.
Now need a motion.
I move the nominations for Deputy Mayor be closed.
Second.
Newton,
Yes.
Seaton,
Yes.
Walsh.
Yes.
And Hache.
Yes.
There will now be a roll call vote on the nomination of Susan Newton as Deputy Mayor of the Village of Ridgewood for a 2-year term commencing July 1st, 2018. Newton,
Yes.
Seaton,
Yes.
Walsh,
Yes.
and Hache.
Yes.
Matthew Rogers, Village Attorney, will now administer the oath of office to the Deputy Mayor.
Oh, there it is.
There it is, okay. Right. So given the opportunity to give a speech, I'll certainly take advantage of it. Yeah, the attorney for the village never gets a chance to give a speech and say what's really on his mind. But in this instance, I just recall being honored 2 years ago to have sworn in Susan as the mayor of Ridgewood. And what I said then continues to hold true at this point in time, that clearly Susan spends all her efforts, all her time, works tirelessly for the things that she believes to be the better positions, better situations for the village of Ridgewood. Whether it be dealing with Valley Hospital issues and leading the way through that litigation, affordable housing, leading the way through that negotiation and litigation, and worried about, which tree on the Shedler property should stick around. She hits every aspect of the community with full force, with her best efforts, and trying to work towards reaching consensus with regard to the issues, which I think is a true public servant. So once again, I'm honored to be swearing her in as the Deputy Mayor of the village. So, you got the Bible? Left hand on the Bible, raise your right. Oh, do you want to say anything?
So I'd like to say something too, so, no, I can't stop. So I actually just wanted to thank Matt Rogers once again. Matt is a colleague. He sits up here with us week in and week out, and many times bites his tongue when we have to follow or not follow advice he's rendering. Always follow his advice. And it's actually an honor to have had Heather earlier to swear me in as council member, and once again to have Matt, not only a colleague, but a friend. So thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Left hand, right hand up. Okay. Repeat after me. I, Susan Knudsen,
I, Susan Newton,
do solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties of the office of Deputy Mayor of the Village of Ridgewood
all the duties of office of Deputy Mayor of the Village of Ridgewood
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability,
So help me God.
so help me God.
I think you have to sign up.
I just want to present you with, I just want to present Susan with certificate, another certificate, Deputy Mayor, formally recognizing Deputy Mayor, and thank you for your leadership as mayor, and this comes also straight from Congress, so I just wanted to give that to you.
So I'm actually going to thank Congressman Gottheimer. Congressman Gottheimer, from the time he was elected, has been a true partner for Ridgewood. Every step of the way, he's found money. He's encouraged us to apply for grants and opportunities that otherwise would have fallen by the wayside. So we're really appreciative of your service and as your partnership with us. So thank you.
so much, Deputy Mayor.
At this time, I would like to call for the nominations for the title of President Pro Temp of the Village Council.
Okay, I'm sorry. I move the nomination of Councilman Michael Seaton as President Pro Tem of the Village Council for a 2-year term commencing July 1st, 2018.
Second.
Newton,
Yes.
Seaton,
Yes.
Walsh.
Yes.
And Hache.
Yes. I move the nominations for President Pro Tempore of Village of Ridgewood be closed.
I second the motion.
Newton,
Yes.
Seaton,
Yes.
Walsh,
Yes.
Hache.
Yes.
There will now be a roll call vote on the nomination of Michael Seaton as President Pro Tem of the Village Council for a 2-year term commencing July 1st, 2018. Newton,
Yes.
Seaton,
Yes.
Walsh,
Yes.
and Hache.
Yes.
Bergen County Executive James J. Tedesco III will administer the oath of office to the President Pro Tem.
I, Michael A. Seaton,
I, Michael A. Seaton,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties
of
of the office of President Pro Tempore
the office of President Pro Tempore
of the Village of Ridgewood, of the Village Council,
of the Village Council,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you, everyone, and I just wanted to thank our guests and thank County Executive Jim Tedesco for taking time out of a beautiful sunny day again to come down here and help us out with swearing-ins and with our reorganization meeting. So thank you.
Having the opportunity to be here and swearing Mike in is a wonderful honor for me. As a neighbor right next door in Paramus, and actually having served as a councilman and a mayor in Paramus, I know what it's like, the devotion that you put into your community. And you have a wonderful elected body here that are doing good things for you, the people of Ridgewood. On behalf of the people of Bergen County, congratulations to you and Susan. And we look forward to working together with the village and the county to doing more good things for you, the people of Ridgewood. So thank you.
But that's what governing's like. So cute. This also, Washington, I just want to present this for you. Congratulations again. Really looking forward to working with you and with everyone on the council. And I know it's going to be a great partnership, as Jimmy said. Thank you so much.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Take a quick picture. Here we go. Thanks. Congratulations again.
Sorry.
Thanks, Rick. That's great.
I think I want to go outside and play too. We have a couple things we have to do first.
We'll now have remarks by Deputy Mayor Newton.
Great. So thank you again, friends, family, especially family, supporters, voters of the Village of Ridgewood, for your continued confidence, and to council colleagues for their continued confidence in leadership, and especially to our new mayor, Ramon Hache. At this time especially, it's important to note that the timing of his stepping into this position for me personally is very important. My parents aren't here today because my father's actually been in a hospital for a number of weeks and is now in rehab. So if hopefully they're out there watching, and my mom's at home, and it's just difficult in terms of timing, has been a juggle for the past number of weeks. So importantly, I'll apologize to all those folks, residents out there, if I haven't responded to emails. It has been a tough couple of months for us at our house. I really want to talk about the initiatives that we started back in 2014, 2016, and now where we're going from there and into the future. Many of the challenges that were in front of us over the past few years, or the past number of years, have been, as the village attorney pointed out, matters of litigation that have really bogged down this village council, not just in terms of time, but in terms of finances as well. Litigation is always costly, and as having served as the lead council member on all matters of litigation, I can assure everyone it has been a difficult road trying to get through all these issues, but we are winding down and hopefully have most of it resolved by the end of July. I believe that we're in really good shape, and so we're moving forward in a really positive light. The other initiatives that we have ventured into, as many of you have followed, a garage. And I know Father Ron has, he left. I know he had some baptisms, actually, this afternoon he had to do. But the garage issue, that was always a main focus for us during 2015, 2016, and it was a very big motivator for an election in 2016. The size, the scope, the mass, the cost, the imposition, and how it would land in the middle of the Hudson Street. And so the people really came out and supported our initiative to find a garage that not only fit the footprint of Hudson Street lot, but was aesthetically appropriate and fit our finances and our budgeting, our ability to pay. So that is what we're going to continue with. As a matter of fact, I think we're going to be introducing the bond ordinance in very short order to begin to advance that. And again, all of those things that we do, whether it's litigation, whether it's a garage, whether it's high-density multifamily housing, and how we deal with fair share housing and the burdens that are being placed on communities throughout, not just the Village of Ridgewood, but throughout Bergen County and the state of New Jersey, with demands being placed through the affordable housing initiatives, we really work hard to do what's in the best interest of fellow residents, taxpayers, our friends, our neighbors that live right here alongside of us. So we will continue with those efforts, and we will always work for what's in the best interest of the Village of Ridgewood. And while we're always being, many times we're being criticized publicly, and we've had many instances where individuals have come to this microphone and said some of the most horrible, horrible things, whether they were attacks on the Catholic Church, whether they were attacks on suggestions of anti-Semitism or whatever. It really needs to end, and we really need to move forward as a community to work together for what is in the best interest of this village, and that is what we fully intend to do. We'll not let our detractors run us down. So thank you again very much.
We'll now have remarks by Mayor Hache.
Good afternoon to all of you, and I have a few thank yous I want to run through, so please bear with me. First, thank you all for being here on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. I know there's much better things for you to do on a Sunday than be here. Friends, relatives, dignitaries, village staff, my fellow colleagues on the dais, thank you to Father Ron, I know he had to leave, for the beautiful invocation Thank you to our Congressman Josh Gottheimer for administering the oath of office and for being a friend to me and also for being a friend to the village of Ridgewood. Thank you also to Jim Tedesco for joining us today. And Jim, since everyone's here, thank you for the money for the duck pond, which we're going to use to make that place look much better. Thank you for that, for all the hard work. And thank you to my family, my wife Tina, Olivia, Joey, Cooper, Christian, Andres, and RJ, who fell asleep. Thank you for their unconditional love and support. I know it's not easy that I have to pick up in the middle of dinner and run out to a meeting and do all these different crazy things, and you guys have always been great about it. Never made me feel guilty, at least, but thank you. And last, but certainly not least, to Susan and Mike for their leadership. I'm happy to be among the first to formally congratulate them both and thank them for their hard work and dedication and for your continued commitment to this community as you begin another term here on the council. We really owe them a debt of gratitude for everything that they have done and continue to do, even in the face of attacks and an insurmountable mountain of things that we've had to work through. I think we owe them a debt of gratitude and a big hand of applause for them both. And before continuing, I'd be remiss if I didn't give special thanks to now Deputy Mayor Susan Knudsen for her hard work and tireless effort as mayor over the last 2 years. I don't know about you guys, I have 24 hours in a day. I don't know what Susan finds, like 26 or 27 to get everything done. But not only has she been a tremendous source of knowledge for me as a new kid on the block when I joined the council 2 years ago, but she's also has been a very supportive and great friend through it all. She has been a dedicated champion in defending the interests of our village through crucial litigation. This litigation is, not that litigation is ever fun, but these are very complex cases that require a lot of detail and attention, and we've been able to capitalize on Susan's expertise in municipal land use, and it's been a great asset to the village in that regard. She has also worked very hard to bring transparency and improve communications, from the sunshine binders that you see on the right here, from the mayor page, from just trying to make sure that we're connected and communicating. I know that we've had several big storms in the past years, and she's been there working along with our village manager to make sure that we have help getting to where it's most needed. Has been a great ambassador with not only with the county and Congress, but also with PSE&G, and has done a great job in coming up with good compromises with our developers, just to minimize the impact of a lot of development that we have coming into town. She has also been, as residents know, very responsive and thoughtful in everything that she does, and has been really a driving force in a lot of the major initiatives. I have particularly enjoyed working with Susan on the garage issue. I'm very proud that today we're introducing this bond ordinance for the garage. Thank you, Susan, for everything. Thank you so much. So I'm very honored to be sitting here today, having been selected to serve as your mayor for the remainder of my term on the council. For that, I'm thankful to my fellow council colleagues. I'm humbled by the recognition and support and the vote of confidence for me to be here. As an immigrant youth who moved to Ridgewood over 30 years ago, I never imagined that I'd be up here today, or that I would have been, certainly not elected into office 2 years ago. But for all the negative things you hear about the U.S., I continue to believe in the U.S. more than any other place. And as I say, only in America, and I truly believe that. Serving on the council the last 2 years has been, as you can imagine, tremendous, but at the same time, very rewarding experience for me. I think I've grown as a person. I've grown certainly in my knowledge and expertise in the different fields that we encounter every day. Yes, the hours are long. The challenges are many. But I proudly serve really out of a profound love for this community who's given so much to me, and this is just my way of giving some of that back. We have accomplished a lot on this council. I'm very proud of the work that we've done here collectively. We have resolved a lot of big issues. We walked in when this council, when I came to the council 2 years ago, a lot of work. The docket was full. a lot of big issues that will impact the future of the village for many generations to come. But there's still a lot of work to be done. We're not done yet, and that work will really require a lot of teamwork. I have always said that we're very fortunate to live in a community where we have so many talented and so many passionate people. You know, unfortunately, as the mayor had mentioned previously, we recently had a very contentious and divisive municipal election in town. But we must all come together as a community. You know, we need to put that behind us. We can accomplish a lot more by working together than by pulling each other apart. No matter what our differences are, at the end of the day, we all want what's best for Ridgewood. There's no question in my mind. The difference is that sometimes we have different approach or different version or idea of what the best for Ridgewood is. And that is why it's important for us to come together to talk and to come with a compromise. We're not always going to get everything that we want. Part of it is to be able to give up some of the things that you're willing to sacrifice for the greater good. Let's not let our differences define us, really. Let's focus on the things that pull us together and build from there. Right now, I commit myself to working with all of you as I have for the past 2 years. I'm committed to improving the quality of life in the village, to improving safety, to improving the quality of our water, to ensuring the viability of our central business district. There's a lot going on, a lot of very important issues still, and we want to be as responsive and as transparent as possible, again, to continue the work that Susan started with trying to create more transparency and better communication. So right here, right now, I invite you all to join me and to work together with me for the good of our community. And thank you for being here.
We'll now move on to the introduction of ordinances.
I move the first reading of ordinance 3650.
Second.
Newton.
Yes.
Seaton.
Yes.
Walsh.
Yes.
And Hache.
Yes. So ordered. Would the clerk please read ordinance 3650 by title?
A bond ordinance providing for the design, management, construction, furnishing, and equipping of the Hudson Street parking garage in and by the Village of Ridgewood in the County of Bergen, New Jersey, appropriating $12 million therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $12 million bonds or notes of the village to finance part of the cost thereof.
I move that ordinance 3650 be adopted on first reading and that July 18th, 2018 be fixed as the date for the hearing thereon.
Second.
Newton.
Yeah, so I just want to qualify my vote here. I'm going to be voting affirmative for this introduction with the understanding that I've always maintained a position that any such bond ordinance must be accompanied with the revenue stream intact, and that means meter rates, and so we will be working on that, and so I will vote yes for this introduction with the understanding that the meters will be addressed at the next meeting. Thank you. Yes.
Okay. Seaton.
Yes.
Walsh.
Yes.
And Hache.
Yes.
3651.
I move the first reading of ordinance 3651.
Second.
Newton.
Yes.
Seaton.
Yes.
Walsh.
Yes.
And Hache.
Yes. So ordered. Will the clerk please read ordinance 3651 by title?
An ordinance of the Village of Ridgewood in the County of Bergen, New Jersey, appropriating $215,000 for the Hillcrest Road Streetscape project, including $215,000 from the New Jersey Department of Transportation.
I move that ordinance 3651 be adopted on first reading and that July 18th, 2018 be fixed as the date for the hearing thereon.
Second.
Newton.
Yes.
Seaton.
Yes.
Walsh.
Yes.
And Hache.
Yes. I move the first reading of ordinance 3652.
Second.
Newton.
Yes.
Seaton.
Yes.
Walsh.
Yes.
And Hache.
Yes. So ordered. Will the clerk please read ordinance 3652 by title?
An ordinance of the Village of Ridgewood in the County of Bergen, New Jersey, appropriating $165,627 for the North Pleasant Avenue Streetscape project, including $165,627 from the New Jersey Department of Transportation.
I move that ordinance 3652 be adopted on first reading on July 18, 2018, be fixed as the date for the hearing thereon.
Second. Newton.
Yes.
Seaton.
Yes.
Walsh.
Yes.
And Hache.
Yes.
The following resolutions, numbered 18-196 through 18-210, will be adopted by a consent agenda with one vote by the village council. They will be read by title only. Appoint village attorney. Appoint village bond attorney. Appoint village professional planner. Appoint professional planning consultant for declaratory judgment litigation, affordable housing, and related matters. Appoint village prosecutor and assistant village prosecutor. Appoint public defender. Appoint community development representative. Appoint representative to Open Space Trust Regional Committee. Appoint members to the Planning Board. Appoint members to the Zoning Board of Adjustment. Appoint members to Community Center Advisory Board. Appoint members to the Ridgewood Arts Council. Appoint members to the Central Business District Advisory Committee. Appoint village labor attorney, and appoint village council members as liaisons to various boards and committees. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Newton.
Yes.
Seaton.
Yes.
Walsh.
Yes.
And Hache.
Yes. We will now hear comments from the public, not to exceed 5 minutes per person. No comments from the public? Dropping everything. Come on up.
I wasn't planning on it. Lorraine Reynolds, 550 Windermere Avenue. I just want to say thank you, Mayor, ex-Mayor Susan Knudsen. You've done a fabulous job. I can't even imagine how many hours you work every week. It's tireless. You're very responsive to all the residents. You really brought back civility to the council. It was a great 2 years. We appreciate it. And Mayor Hache, welcome.
Thank you.
You have some big shoes to fill. I'm sure you'll do a great job. Welcome and good luck. And Bernie, thank you for being here. And Mike, and it's going to be a good 2 years.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. Tracy Zer, Bergen County Freeholder. I want to just lend my voice and echo much of what's already been said as far as congratulations. And also just, it is such a tireless job being on a council, and I don't think many people understand how many hours go into the service that you're putting forward. And I not only want to thank you, I also want to thank your families for sharing you with the borough. I want to thank everyone who put their hat into this race and to have a discussion. I know that there were challenges in this last election, but one of the things and one of the wonderful, beautiful things about the village of Ridgewood is there is spirited discussion, and there are things that we can gain from listening to all sides. And I know, knowing all of you, I know that you do that. I know that you're going to lead this community forward in a way that exudes integrity, that is going to continue to try and maximize how we all are trying to do more with less, how we're trying to provide the services to all of our residents. So I just want to underscore the fact that I, as well as all of my colleagues on the Board of Chosen Freeholders, join you and look forward to working with you as we collaborate on providing services to all of our residents in the best, most efficient, effective way. And just congratulations, Mayor, Deputy Mayor, thank you for your service in the hot seat, and we will be here to support and encourage and work together going forward. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Ann Loving, 342 South Irving Street. I just would like to echo what the others have said. Thank you so much to all four of you for everything that you do. Thank you to Susan and Mike for running again. We are so grateful to have you here for another 4 years. Thank you, Ramon, for stepping up to be mayor. Thank you, Bernie, for everything you do. And I have a little something for each of you that will provide some energy, because I know you're going to need it moving forward.
Thank you. Anyone else? Good afternoon, Boyd Loving, 342 South Irving Street. Congratulations to Mayor Hache. Best of luck in your two-year term. And congratulations and thank you, Susan, for serving us for the past 2 years. And as most of you know, I've been to many council meetings in the past 15 to 20 years, have missed a few. This is the first one I was at where Hunter basically summed it up beautifully. I'm going outside to play now. That's a future resident, a future leader of Ridgewood sums it up the best. So thank you all, and thank you, Hunter, for saying what many of us would like to say. Please state your name and address for the record, please.
Absolutely. Eck Venon, 4 Sunset Road, Pompton Lakes, New Jersey. I'm also on the Pompton Lakes Council. I want to congratulate my friend of almost 30 years, Ramon Hache, on becoming mayor. We've come a long way since, the days of Coach Johnston's weight room. So congratulations. Wish you all the best. Good luck to everybody on the council.
Thank you. Right. Oh. Come on up.
Jessica Mariho, 32 Wilsey Square, Ridgewood. On behalf of my family, thank you, Village Council, but we're so proud of you, Ramon. And we look forward to everything you're going to do. This is just a small stepping stone, but you have, you make us proud every day. And we look forward to the work you all do. And we hope that this past election, you guys have rose above it, and we hope that you continue to do the work you've been doing. And thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, no more public comments? All right, with that, we'll take a motion to adjourn.
So first, we'll invite everyone to the library for lunch, a little luncheon. So,
I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second? Any?
second.
All in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Thank you.
Should we go?